Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about a topic that I think a lot of people struggle with, and that is how to eat healthy when your significant other does not. This is something that I struggle with often because when I first met Colin, I definitely did not eat healthy at all. I wasn't into health and fitness, but about a year after we started dating is when I actually started getting into things and eating healthy and going to the gym and all that stuff. So that was definitely a change in our relationship once I got into those things. But now I've definitely developed a good routine and I've picked up some tips and tricks along the way that I want to share with you guys. So before we get started, make sure to give this video a thumbs up to let me know that you like it, and click subscribe down below so that you never miss another video. So I'm going to be sharing my tips with you guys throughout the day, but first I need to get started on breakfast because I just woke up and I'm absolutely starving. Mimsy, you're so pretty. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. So tip number one actually has to do with what I'm eating for breakfast this morning. I'm gonna whip up a few Kodiak cakes for breakfast because I love having pancakes at least once on the weekends. This is the cinnamon oat flavor, which I've actually never had before. I usually just get the buttermilk, so I'm very excited to try it. And if you don't know about Kodiak cakes, they are kind of like a healthier pancake mix loaded with a bunch of protein. So when I'm making some quick pancakes in the morning, this is always my choice of batter. Colin, on the other hand, does not like this pancake mix, and so we get him a regular basic pancake mix. So when we both want pancakes in the morning, we each have our own separate mix that we know we love, and we can make our own pancakes but still eat them together. This is actually a trick that I do for a lot of different foods in our fridge and pantry. There are so many different healthy food substitutes these days. If your significant other eats something that you know you don't want to eat, it's a little bit unhealthy, but you do want to make your own version, try to find a healthy substitute so that you can still make it together and eat it together, and you'll still have the same feeling. All right, I am starving. I'm gonna make these pancakes, and I think I'm gonna throw in half of a banana and a few chocolate chips because chocolate chip banana pancakes are my absolute favorite. So I did about a half of a cup of mix, which ended up making all of these delicious pancakes, and that is one serving. So sometimes it's nice to follow the serving sizes and be pleasantly surprised by how much actually comes out of it. And then I also cooked up 2 slices of turkey bacon. So following in line with what I did with the pancakes, this is yet another substitute that I have for me and Colin's food. So this is just like a regular salted spreadable butter, which is great, but then I have a spreadable butter that is whipped, and this butter is actually 50 calories per tablespoon versus 100 for this. So whenever we're putting butter on something, Colin will just use his regular spreadable butter, and then I will use mine that is a little bit lower in calories. So now I'm gonna eat my delicious breakfast, and I will catch up with you guys a little bit later. Also, if you realize that I didn't put a banana in my pancakes, that's because I realized I was out, so I did not include the banana. But if you saw, I did add an egg, which is not technically in the mix. It's like an add-in that you can do, and it just adds a little bit of extra protein in because I really am trying to up the protein in my diet lately. But update on the cinnamon oat flavor, honestly, it's good, but I think I like the buttermilk pancakes better, so I'm definitely gonna buy the buttermilk mix next time. All right, my breakfast has had time to settle, so now I'm getting ready to go to the gym. I'm thinking upper body and abs today and a 1-mile run because I'm really trying to work on my mile time. Although the other day I cut my mile time from 12 minutes to 11, which is so good. It's such great improvement, and I actually ran the entire mile straight, like I didn't even stop and walk. And I'm just wearing this really cute pink set from Able. I love it. I feel like a ballerina in this outfit. Like, it is just like the perfect shade of ballerina pink. And then after I get back from the gym, Colin and I are gonna go grocery shopping, and I will share with you guys all of my tips that I use when Colin and I are shopping together. Okay, this is literally Mimsy's favorite spot. First of all, she sits here all night long and just watches me sleep, but like, why is this comfortable? Like, there's fluffy carpet here, there's a fluffy bed right here. Why do you choose the nightstand? Gosh, you are just so cute. So I had a great session at the gym, and I have a new mile time, 10 minutes, 57 seconds. I know I only cut 3 seconds off of my 11-minute mile last time, but we are now under 11 minutes. I can officially say that. And then afterwards I picked up Colin and we went shopping at Walmart for our weekly grocery shop. So that brings me to my next point, and that is when you and your significant other are grocery shopping, have separate lists. breakfasts on just like a normal daily, weekly basis. Colin and I eat very differently if we are not actually eating together. So it's really helpful for us to make our own list and shop for our own items that we know we're gonna eat throughout the middle of the week, and then come together on the items that we know we're gonna make a meal together with. This really helps me because I know like I have a certain kind of sausage that I like to eat in the morning for breakfast. Colin has his certain sausage, so we just like get our own separate things. And breakfast and lunch we always eat separately, but then dinner we almost always eat together. So I thought I'd give you guys a quick little grocery haul while we're at it. All right, first item I got was a fully cooked chicken. I love these, they are so easy. This is actually something that Colin and I can eat together because he can just shred up some chicken, eat it by itself, and I can put together a lunch. So that's just something super easy that the both of us will eat. We both eat a ton of eggs, so I got 18 eggs. So Colin almost always gets Oreos when we go to the grocery store, and I definitely get tempted sometimes, but I think I've grown numb to these being in the pantry because I almost never reach for them anymore. Don't get me wrong, I do cave sometimes and I have a couple, but I almost never eat these. They just don't really interest me anymore. So something that I try to do whenever I see that Colin has Oreos in the pantry is try to make like some homemade healthy cookies, because I know that those are gonna sit so much better in my body and I'm gonna feel so much better after eating them, but they still curb that sweet tooth for me. So if Colin's grabbing an Oreo, then I can grab one of my healthy cookies and we can eat them together and I won't be tempted. We also got some cleanse tea because, you know, sometimes you just need it. Some slices of aged Gouda, a pack of raspberries. I think these are new in the store because I've never seen them before, but these are the Tostitos lightly salted, 50% less sodium. So I honestly think that tortilla chips are like very overly salty, so I'm really excited to try these and see if they're good. Cut back on my sodium a little bit because that's definitely an issue I have. Then we're out of all the sugar in our pantry, and I do like to make homemade baked goods sometimes. So I saw this, I think it's new. It's the Truvia brown sugar blend sweetened with stevia. So I thought that was interesting. I've never seen like a healthier version of brown sugar, so very interested to try that out. Then we got a couple vegetables. I just like have a California mix and some broccoli florets because these are like my favorite, just like pop in the microwave quick vegetable to make it so good. We got some mushrooms. So you guys know that I love that chicken and maple sausage that's from Trader Joe's, but I don't go to Trader Joe's super often, and Walmart has like their own version that I always forget that they have. I just saw them in the refrigerated section and I had to get them because they're so good. So I got this huge freaking bag, and I had already grabbed turkey sausage and I was gonna put it back, but then we were already at checkout and like I just like didn't have time, so now I have like a lot of sausage. I also got this turkey smoked sausage. This is basically like a healthier alternative to kielbasa, which is so freaking good. Oh my god. She's definitely not low in sodium, but it's definitely a lot lower in fat content because it's not pork, it's turkey. I got this like power blend of vegetables and like some grains. It looks really good. Got some egg whites because I use these every single day for breakfast, and then we're also out of Red Hot, and I made sure to get the big one. Since it's finally fall, they finally have apple cider at the store, and I love apple cider so much, so I had to pick up a half gallon. They also had corn, which I don't think they usually have, and it looked really good, so I picked up 2 of these. We got 2 bananas, 2 yellow peppers, 2 avocados, a jalapeno, another jar of salsa for the pantry because I just opened the newest one. I go through salsa so fast. I'm all out of coconut sugar. Like I said, I'm all out of like baking stuff, so this was the smallest thing they had. This is like so much coconut sugar. It's gonna take me forever to go through. And then I also got regular sugar because we're out of this too, and I do use this for a few things sometimes. Then I just got like a freezer meal because I like to have one of these just in case I'm like too lazy to make food. I ate the last one finally, so I just like keep one on hand. Some sticks of butter for cooking. We were all out of oval pickles because, as you guys know, I have like 3 kinds of pickles in my fridge. Okay, so I saw these at checkout and they actually look really freaking good and like not too bad for you, so I got these as a little snack. They're turkey bites. Then I got some ground chicken. I'm gonna make like an egg roll in a bowl, although I don't have too much cabbage, so it's kind of more just like gonna be like a ground chicken stir fry. Then I got ground turkey like I get every single week. And for once, we're actually almost out of soy sauce, which hasn't happened in years. Like we just had so much soy sauce.
We got that when I moved into my house.
Yeah, like you got one and then I also got one. And then we just had 2 massive things of soy sauce, and it's
full years.
It's been like 2 years since we've been out of soy sauce. And I've really just been wanting to get low sodium soy sauce because I really hate coconut aminos. People say it tastes like soy sauce. It does not. It tastes really sweet, which I do not like, so I just want regular low sodium soy sauce and some restaurant style Tostitos salsa because this stuff is so freaking good, you guys. Yeah, I think that's everything that we got. So quite a big grocery haul. I haven't had this much stuff in quite a while. We were out of a lot of staples, so I'm gonna put this all away. I smell absolutely disgusting and I was gonna shower, but now that it's only like 1:30-ish, I kind of think I want to go to the pool. Alright, it's only 5 o'clock, but I am so hungry for dinner, so I want to get started on it. Tonight I'm gonna make egg roll in a bowl with some ground chicken. I forgot to get another head of cabbage though, so I'm kind of just using what's left over from the last time that I made this recipe, so it's not like super cabbage heavy like it should be, but I'm just gonna throw in some other vegetables to make up for it. Alright, I quickly blow dried my hair so that it won't annoy me while I cook, but you guys, I just pulled my basket off the top of my fridge to grab an onion, and apparently I'm growing a potato farm. I have never seen such big sprouts out of potatoes. This is freaking insane. I'm literally growing a potato farm. So I guess I should use some potatoes pretty soon. All right, the meat and veggies are just about done. Now we can add in the cabbage. I love meals like this because they are so easy to modify for both me and Colin. This dish is literally just meat and vegetables, so simple, and that's exactly the way that I'm gonna eat it. But Colin can go in and add some rice or some quinoa, whatever he wants to throw in there to bulk up the meal. I usually try to stick to a lower carb diet, so usually the modifications that I make in the dinners for me and Colin are really just subbing out the carbs or just not including them, and then Colin can throw them in on the side whenever he wants. And so this is my next tip, and that is find meals that you can modify. Once you're actually living with your significant other and have so many meals with them, it can be really easy sometimes to eat something that you normally wouldn't eat if you were living on your own. And so if you really want to stick to that healthy lifestyle and your significant other does not feel the same way, no problem, I got you, girl. There are so many different meals that you guys can make together that you can make modifications for. Some of my other favorite meals for us are having like a burrito night, because if you want to put it in a tortilla, that's cool. Or you could make it a burrito bowl and skip that tortilla completely. You could add rice, subtract rice, add beans, different proteins. It is literally the most versatile meal ever and is a total crowd pleaser. And one of my favorite meals to make is pesto chicken pasta, and I try to stay away from just regular pasta these days. But for my meal, I'll go in and do a protein chickpea pasta, and Colin can have just a regular pasta. If you're trying to avoid other things, like if you don't really want to have dairy but your partner does, that's totally cool. If it calls for cheese on top, then they add their cheese separately. Or if it calls for cream, they can add a splash of cream to their own food. Or if that's the last step in the process, you could take out your portion and then you could make the rest of the meal the way that they want it. There are so many easy modifications. It's just all about finding a meal that you both like, that has simple modifications, that doesn't totally alter the meal. This is the finished dinner. She looks so good. It was so simple and so quick to make. So as we're coming to the end of the day, I wanted to give you guys my last few tips on how to eat healthy when your significant other does not. And this one has a lot to do with out of sight, out of mind, and that is you can reserve an area in your pantry or your fridge, whatever it might be, whatever you're trying to not dig into. Reserve an area for your significant other to keep all their goodies tucked away. You can even put it in a basket with a lid on it, something like that, somewhere where they know where those items are, but they are totally out of sight, out of mind to you. A big issue for me is if I go in the pantry and I see the Oreos staring me right in the face, yeah, I'm probably gonna have an Oreo then. But if they are super tucked into the pantry and I can't even see them, I forget they're there and I don't crave them. Colin does buy a lot of prepackaged sweets because he has more of a sweet tooth, whereas I'm more of a savory person. But as long as the Oreos and cookies and Pop-Tarts are out of my view, I'm not gonna want them, and it helps literally so much. And then my last tip for you guys is compromising on what items you buy. So for instance, I absolutely love Doritos. Love them so much with all of my heart. If someone brings a bag of Doritos in this house, I guarantee you it will be gone in like less than 24 hours, even if it's the party size. And obviously Colin also really loves Doritos, but he does love original, just like classic thin cut Lay's, and I hate those. Those are probably like my least favorite potato chip. I mean, they're fine, like whatever, but they're just like not what I crave at all. And so if he wants to buy a bag of chips, instead of buying the Doritos that he knows that he's probably not even gonna get any because I'm gonna devour the entire bag, he buys those thin cut original Lay's potato chips because he knows that that will satisfy his chip craving, but I will not even touch them. So that just requires sitting down with your partner, having a conversation of, hey, we both love this item. If this is in the house, like that is my weakness, I can't have it here. What is something else that can satisfy that craving for you that I won't want? And honestly, most of these tips go back to just having a conversation and that open communication with your partner. If you don't say anything and they keep buying junk food and you can't control yourself and you keep digging into it, how are they supposed to know about it and help you fix it unless you have a conversation? So those are all my tips for you guys today. I hope these were helpful. If they were, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and click subscribe because it really supports my channel. If you guys have any other tip videos that you'd like to see from me, make sure to leave those down below in the comments and I'd love to make them for you. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and I will see you guys next week in another video. Toodles!